What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video on my channel. For those of you who don't know, I'm Diantha of Diantha So Cool, and I'm sorry to say that the So Cool actually isn't part of my real legal name, as many of you may have been wondering, but if you really want me to, I can get it legally changed, just because I love my fans that much. For this video, we will be having a special guest on our channel. I am proud to introduce to you my little brother.
Oh, it's
Oh, what are you doing over there? Come on over. Say hi to everybody.
Hey. What's up, fam? I'm Ethan, Diantha's little sister. Diantha's little brother.
And we have him on here today because this project is actually going to be for him, as he was the one who proposed the idea to me. So what will we be making? You may be asking to yourself right now.
We will be making some cool custom patchwork jeans.
Yes, the jeans that we will be making are going to be a recreation of a pair of pants by Jaded London, shown here. And why do you like them?
I'm a huge fan of these pants because they're super unique and the colors just blend together so well, and I just want to own them and have them on me.
Yeah, but not for $96,
no
which
way.
is why we're here today. We've gotten all of our supplies rounded up, we're ready to party, so let's get started. So the supplies we used for this project were jeans, more jeans, just basically a whole bunch of jeans. Okay, just kidding. You'll need one pair of blue jeans to act as the foundation for your project, a pair of white jeans which you will cut up and dye into the patches, and then just basically a bunch of other random denim scraps to stick here and there. As for non-fabric supplies, we got fabric dye in tan and green to match the original colorway, as well as some fixative to prevent color loss, fabric paint in white and black, and two different stencils for screen printing. One is the overall paisley design, and the other is a fleur-de-lis motif.
What's up, guys? Ethan here, also known as DJ Fingajam. You will probably be hearing my music in this video upcoming ahead. So if you want to check it out, my SoundCloud my SoundCloud handle is @DJ Fingajam, and my Instagram is @fingajam. I hope you enjoy. Bye.
Now let's get pantsing. I started off by first just marking all the areas on the foundational pair of jeans where I wanted different patches to be placed. It was basically a rough outline that I didn't necessarily end up following to a T by the end of the project, but was definitely helpful nonetheless for planning purposes. Next, Ethan and I have taken on the heinous job of seam ripping an entire pair of jeans apart. Thankfully, this is way easier with two people as opposed to one, but still, I hate seam ripping. Anyways, after that, I transferred the markings from the blue jeans to the white jeans and then started cutting out the individual pieces to be dyed, making sure to remember which pieces were supposed to end up which color, because that is important. We're ready to dye.
Ready to die.
Fingajam on the beat.
Yeah. Keep it on the line, my foot and child, we get on your head. I feel shit out of dime, so I'm just a different bread. They say don't hate the play, hate the game. Yeah, beats on board. Yeah, hey, all the artists in my shop and do the talking. Oh, let that curry could fly. Oh, yeah, I saw this on my hot foot like it's nothing. Oh, ball don't ever lie, yeah. So we can do something that in my apex predator. Oh.
1 hour later.
So now that all of our patches are dyed and rinsed and washed, it's time to start screen printing. And the process is fairly simple. After securing your stencil to your fabric using painter's tape, you just glob a bunch of paint on the top and then use a card to evenly distribute it all over the stencil, cleaning up any little areas with a brush if necessary. Then after making sure enough paint has been used, you can take off the tape and then gently peel the stencil off of the fabric. Here's a close-up of it in action. One thing that's important to remember is that you always want to maintain the card at a 45-degree angle and apply firm, even pressure when spreading the paint across the stencil. This will ensure that the print comes out looking as nice and neat as possible. I also discovered that peeling the stencil off to reveal a nice, beautiful design is like so satisfying. And this stencil does have a continuous pattern, so you can seamlessly repeat your design across larger expanses of fabric. You just want to make sure that the previous block you painted is completely dry before moving on to the next one. The stencil removal part is just so like chef's kiss that I have no choice but to show it again because it's just that good. Wait for it. Yes. Amazing, beautiful, show-stopping, never been done before. And here's one more clip of us doing it with black paint. The consistency of this paint is a lot thinner than the white one, which makes it easier to spread, but a lot more smudgy, so it's okay. So as for the fleur-de-lis stencil, since it wasn't a silkscreen, it was a little bit more difficult to work with, but I found that the best method of distributing the paint was to sponge it on with like a napkin. So now that we've finished screen printing all of our colored denim patches, now it is time to attach them to our foundational pair of jeans. And I want to try and do this while disrupting as little of the original jean as possible. And by that I mean I don't really want to have to like seam rip or cut off any more of the original jean than absolutely necessary to get these pieces attached. So most of the time what I'm probably going to be doing is just seam ripping like little openings right here, just enough to like slot this piece in and then sew it shut. And then probably just top stitch over the top so I don't actually have to remove anything under here and it can just sit nicely up there. And since my white jeans were actually a bit smaller than these, there are like a couple of gaps here and there where it doesn't quite fit. So I'll probably just use random patches of different colored denim and just put those in there to make them fit the size. So let's do that. I decided to start off by tackling this kind of difficult looking pocket area. I went ahead and separated the original pocket from its lining and I'm starting to cut off this like hem seam area here just because it would be chunky to have like two of those on top of each other. Then I'm making sure that the side is open enough for me to slot my new patch in. Then I'm flipping the jean inside out and sandwiching it in between the two original pant legs and then pinning it and sewing it down. Although I probably shouldn't have sewn it down immediately after putting it in, which you will see why in a little bit. But aside from that, I went ahead and attached the original lining to the new pocket piece and then sewed that down, as well as top stitching all the way around the patch onto the jean. I now realize that I might have been a little too eager in just getting this onto the pants and like stitching it closed because I totally forgot that I had a whole other side where I had to attach more patches, so now I'm gonna have to seam rip this and then put stuff back in. But it's fine, now we know for next time. So I'm just gonna move on to the other pant leg for now, and I've already gone ahead and seam ripped both sides apart like so. And now I'm just gonna take any adjacent patches like these two and then stitch them together first, wrong sides together so that the frays are showing like this. And then we're gonna do the same thing with our random scraps of denim to make this piece fit the width of the pants like this. So yeah, pretty chill, pretty easy stuff. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this front panel and then do all the other panels on the rest of the sides, and I will show you everything right before I actually attach it to the pants. Not the Hunter x Hunter season 4 playing in the background. Anyways, here I'm just attaching all of my fabric scraps together in kind of just whichever way I feel like looks the best. Generally following the original guidelines, but still just kind of like adding pieces as I go depending on what I think looks good or what I want to put there. So you can take a lot of liberty with this part because there are no rules. It really doesn't matter. Just go crazy and have a good time. I also just want to put Ethan to work, considering that it's like his pants, and Full disclaimer, this dude absolutely sucks at sewing. Okay, just kidding. It was his first time, and considering that, he actually didn't do that bad. So, good job, Ethan. Yay, sorry. Also, don't forget to check out his SoundCloud, which I will link in the description below. So here are our 4 finished panels. I am now going to secure them onto the jeans. So I'm top stitching the panel onto the pant leg, just horizontally stitching all the way across at random points along the jean where I see fit. And this is just to make sure that the 2 layers are nice and flat on top of one another and securely attached. Now we're moving on to reattaching the pants together. So I just pinned the outside seams of each pant leg together, and I'm now top stitching across the right side of the pants, because if you look at a pair of jeans, that's usually how the outside seams are sewn onto. And I'm also just doing like a double layer, like going over it once and then sewing over it again, just to make sure that it's as secure as possible. Next, I flip the pants inside out and I'm pinning and sewing down the inside seams, which are sewn with the wrong sides facing out. Also sewing over this seam 2 times as well. Once the pant legs were intact, I went ahead and added some finishing touches by replacing the original pockets and belt loops with the ones from the white jeans, which I had dyed tan and green. And with that, our jeans are complete.